Hello and everybody, and welcome to Season 11, Week number 3 here of the iSNF Cup Series here at North Wilkesboro for the Moonshine 200 here at this historic racetrack. Obviously, North Wilkesboro really needs no introduction in itself. And one of the mainstays here for the Cup Series for a long time. Obviously, came out of the Cup Series schedule for a long time, but luckily, from help from Dale Jr. and everybody else on that side of the revival project there in North Carolina, we have North Wilkesboro back, and now even in this sim, we have the new rescan model here, thanks to the new iRacing update. We have the new rescan North Wilkesboro here in the simulator. So here in North Wilkesboro, we see 200 laps here. Laps on 16, 120, no fast repairs, so going to be an interesting race. But hello everybody from Central Kansas here, the High Velocity booth. My name is Christian Elgadio, lead producer and commentator here for High Velocity TV. I hope to put on the best show I can here for you guys at North Wilkesboro. We'll practice winding down here. We'll pull up your fastest of practice here on the top. Currently, Kyle Williams in that 66. The fastest in practice with a 16.42. I think that's a little bit of a easy wall ride lap, but we'll have to see. I think the first legitimate, probably quick lap was Justin Johnson with an 18.4. He just set 16.09. I'm going to guess those are from some ball pops. I'm going to take a look. I'm not going to let Justin off the hook here. And there it is right there. Cotton 4K. We love Justin up here in the booth, but something you can do here at the North Wilkesboro, just get up here. Ride this wall all the way across the track here. Pretty funny to see here in the booth. So Angel Hernandez makes his debut back here in the iSNF Cup Series. And the 42 machine for Legacy Motor Club. Not in that familiar 45 we've been used to seeing here in the iSNF Cup Series. So filling in for the 42 team. So glad to have Angel back here in the series, and even if it is in this limited capacity, pretty cool to see him back out here on the track. As a driver, I've raced with Angel quite a bit. Obviously, lost to Angel quite a bit, so cool to see him back in the series, and even if it, like I said, is for this little limited capacity. When Angel shows up, he's going to be a threat. He's going to be competitive regardless of where we go. So he's a great short track racer, good on the mile and a halves, probably a top 5 road course racer for when it came to regular season talent type of people. So Mark Roberg, teammate, back here at P5, that 43 Legacy Motor Club. We approach about 3 minutes left in practice, and we'll get ready to start your qualifying here for North Wilkesboro. Now, Season 3, Race 3 of Season 11, we'll go ahead and take a look at your point standings real quick before we head into qualifying here. William Austin, Will Austin, as we call him up here in the booth, had a really good season. These first couple 3 races here for the RCR camp. He's leading the points here right behind Charles Roberson. Had a good finish last week at Homestead. Remember said he wasn't a big fan of Homestead, but was happy to take a P3. So he'll be up there in the P2 spot in points. Thomas Flynn, after using a provisional, makes his way up here inside the top 3 podium in the points for that 24 machine. Chris Otto P4. Chris Bishop P5. Evan Trusty after winning the Daytona 500 up there in the P6. Justin Johnson up there in P7. Craig Lautenschlager, the 77 back there in P8. Jimmy Johnson, James Johnson in the 13 machine back there in P9. And rounding out the top 10 of points is that number 2 machine of Mark Gonzalez. 60 points for that driver. Chris Van Maastricht almost cracks his way inside the top 10. Just 1 point behind that 2 machine after having a good finish in the Daytona 500. Steven Sear back there in P12. Zach Phillips, P13. Fabricio having a strong season back there in 14th. Jeff Weiber, 15th. Kyle Benson, P16. Rodney Roberts, P17. And P18, you'll see the 22. Who will be driven by Angel Hernandez, but Parker back there at P18. We'll continue to scroll through the points here. Some notable names. Joey Maines back there in P21. Rhea Ferris. Cody Meadows, the Penske camp back there in P25 and P26. So not the season that Cody wanted to start out with. Mike Iskandar back there in P30. Bob Wyckoff, Frank DeAngelis back there outside the top 30 in points. Scott Trusty back there in P35. And we get into some of the part-timers back here, so I think that's enough time to look at the points here. As we see practice, why they get self down. We'll get ready to get in the qualifying here. So for qualifying, every driver gets 2 laps here. It's 2 or 4 laps. I think it is 4 laps to set a time. Remember, cannot touch the wall, cannot do anything like that. To get out here and set a competitive lap time without, getting any X's. Even a 0X will validate your lap time. Go on board with the 12 machine. Cody Meadows starting his first lap. Ooh, Cody loose. I think that might automatically end his run, honestly. Because he's slid across the line, and that should start his second lap. Unfortunate for the 12 machine. Angel Hernandez. P6 for Angel. 0.89. And pull this up. Guys, maybe it will show. Oh, we'll have to pull up this for you guys. Time scoring. Angel goes up to P3. Good lap for him, 18.7. Josh Grosso making his way back inside the Cup Series as well. Also for Legacy Motor Club in the 84 machine. Josh up to P3. Josh up to the pole. Good lap by Josh. Ran pretty well here last year. Green DeAngelis currently P14. he can improve on this lap. Up to P10. Good lap by the 01 machine. Joey Mains out on track. Could be a good bounce back race for this 48 team. Obviously, we know Joey has speed. Had a couple of bad races, a couple of bad finishes. I mean, he's outside the top 20 in points right now, so what Joey can do here in the second lap, up to P15 right now. P2 for Joey Mains. Wow, what a lap. Chris Otto out on track. This prime Chevy Camaro. First lap under the way. P15. Oh, P16. Looks like Scott's. Chris is gonna follow the qualifying right there. Justin Johnson making his way out onto the racing surface. Just under a minute left of qualifying. Plenty of time for him to set his 2 laps. This could be a bounce back race for this 22 team as well. And I feel like Justin's going to be a top 10 guy wherever we go. But right now, P4. Good first lap. See if he can improve on this time at all. Justin cannot beat that first time. So P4 for 22 team. We approach the end of qualifying. Go ahead and reload our graphics package here for you guys. As obviously, I'm gonna have to do this real quick. We apologize for this. I'll have to restart our live timing and scoring real quick. Wait on Cars the Grid. We'll go ahead and get our starting lineup here presented by High Velocity TV. Good for you guys at home, so you guys can see where your favorite driver is starting for tonight's race. Be Josh Grosso hitting the pole here with that 18.5. Joey Mains will sit on that front row in P2. Wyatt Robertson P3. Justin Johnson in the 22 will sit outside in that fast 4. Thomas Flynn P5 alongside Angel Hernandez making his way back inside the Cup Series P6. Alyssa making, I think, her debut here for season 11. We'll start P7. Will Austin back there in the 3 machine will start P8. Blake Hollett in the 45 will be P9 and running out the top 10. Mark Roberg in that 43. James Bulls P11 alongside Jimmy Johnson starting P12. P13 will be Frank DeAngelis alongside Gabe Ledger. That 8 machine, Emily Urias in the 19 alongside Christopher Walker. Chris Otto, Scott Trusty, Leah Ferris, Jeff Weiber, Jason Steptoe, Shane Johnson, Steven Sear, Ian Thorne will round out your top 24. Kyle Williams, Larry Fairman, Eric Jorgensen, Tony Meadows, Don Blazier, Chris Van Maastricht, Chuck Cobb, Thaddeus Friel, Mike Iskandar, Bob Wyckoff, and Brian Treadwell. Round out the field. We can look at your race weather real quick. 66 degrees. 69-degree track temp. So a great day of racing here for the iSNF Cup Series. You do see lights off on the pace car, which means we're about to go 200 laps here from North Wilkesboro. Everybody get on your feet. Time to go. Some classic short track racing. Josh Grosso will lead us to green here. Josh will lead lap one. Everybody starts to string out, maybe trying to get 2x2 to make up some spots, but Joey Main's doing a good job. 24 having a mistake on back. Thomas Flynn. After the checkup, that's going to allow the 19. Yeah. It's not. That's Alyssa in the 19, the track racer machine. That's not the right paint for that. Alyssa Sharp. But see her getting past. Angel Hernandez tries to negotiate his way around the 24. Thomas Flynn. Angel not going to be clear quite yet. Oh, we got a wreck. Oh, there goes Angel. Like the 78. Brian Treadwell causes one. What happened to the 78? Brian Treadwell off the pace here. Gets loose out of 4. Comes up the track. And then decides to turn down the track. Grab the 78. Grab the 42. Here comes the 20. Here comes, just complete ignorance out of the 78. Taking out some lead lap cars. We got cars coming and decides to pull down the track. That's unfortunate. Trying to find the 42 to see if we could look at his damage. Angel in pit road already. Some pretty heavy front end damage to that 42 machine. But luckily, the short track. Don't really need aero here to be quick. I would know. I've raced here in the Cup Series with a lot of damage and somehow up inside the top 5 sometimes. So I don't know how, but yeah, You don't need the Cletus car to be quick here. Remember, we have to talk about stages here. Stages are on lap 60 and on lap 120, so that's kind of what these drivers are racing to, is lap 60. But fuel won't be an issue. Base car will take a hard left turn back on the pit road. Josh Grosso. Joey Mains again on the front row. Lead us back to green. Josh with a good jump. Joey Main tries to hold on for P2. Make it work now. It's Charles Roberson. And Justin Johnson. Trying to battle it out for P3. Charles will get up. Charles now going to make the move underneath Joey Mains. He's side by side here for the P2 position. Charles has been on a roll this first couple of races here. Not clear the 48 quite yet. Joe's doing a really good job just wrapping the top, getting the momentum off the corner. Not allowing that 11 get clear. I think he might get it this time. Not quite. We mean still battling on that top side. Right on board with the 22 as he sees these two battle up front. I think the 11 should clear here. He will. Charles puts his way up inside the P2 position. Ooh, close contact there. This is the cool thing about, in my opinion, about these short tracks is that everybody's so put together that you have to be methodical with these passes. Because if you don't make it and you slow yourself down, like this 22, if he slows himself down enough, he's got Alyssa back here who can pounce and potentially make a pass on him, right? Right now, Alyssa not there yet enough, at least, to potentially make a move happen. But, like, let's say he makes a mistake. It's 22. This is going to be right there to jump on him and pounce. Oh, we got a poke in the front. Joey Mains goes around. Just a caution wave. Looks like the 45 involved as well. No caution. He's still sitting in the middle of the track here. This is a really bad spot for this 48. He's going to have to tow. That's unfortunate. We'll take a look back and see what happened. I don't know. Maybe Joey gets loose, but him come down the track, and fortunately the 22 was there. He'll go around. Back up here to race lead. Race leader already catch a lap traffic. I think that was Chris Van Maastricht that he just put a lap down. Battles on track. Alyssa under fire from the 43. Mark Roberg gonna try to make this pass work. Not gonna quite make it work because he gets loose out of 2. Caution's out. Mike Hollett Had a crash here. Oh, man. Looks like this started with the 4 of Larry Fairman. Larry gets loose out of 2. Trying to save the car. He gets on the apron here. I don't really know what that line was supposed to be, but comes a 54. 45 there. Give him a big shot in the rear end, and that's unfortunate. I don't really know who to blame there. Obviously, I think Larry was just trying to save the car there. Just kind of came out of nowhere for this 45. Like, Treadwell gets involved with this one as well, so unfortunate for that 45 machine. We're already about halfway done with this first stage. Take a look at some of your biggest movies right now. Looks like currently Thaddeus, this 88, up 20 spots. Tony Meadows up 21 spots up here inside the top 10. What a drive for this 12 machine. He's going to be hungry after watching that qualifying run, so. Some comers and some goers. Continue to count the laps down. We get ready to go green once again. Grasso and Roberson battling out for the lead here. Goldberg and Sharp going at it. About to see single file out here a little bit. Ooh, Cody Meadows. Super upset out of 2. They give up a spot to the 8. Super upset again. Oh, wrecking in the back. That's the 88. Cautional wave. Look back at the 88, see what happened. Who gets tagged by the 66? Kyle Williams gets into the back at 88, and really nothing Thaddeus could do there. Kind of a passenger at that point. Caution wave once again here on lap 33. Honestly, not bad damage considering what could have happened. You see a little dimple on the rear end of that 88. Still Hernandez down pit side. You see the 20 machine down pit side. Crisado got a little bit of damage there. You see Jeff Weimer coming out pit road. See the 45 still down. The 3 of Will Austin in pit road. See Frank DeAngelis up the road there. Frank currently in P21. Oh, Frank is a short track guy. Races at Wall Stadium. Got a 4-cylinder. Really cool paint scheme on it. Well, um, you know, these short tracks should be his bread and butter. Unfortunately, he's been caught up in a couple incidents. But it makes it, you know, going to be, it looks like P19. It looks like maybe. Like he might have to let some guys by, though. Oh, P19 it looks like still for that the Angels machine. You see lights off on the pace car. Coming at it, too. The Roberson, Grasso front row. Two Toyotas. The Toyota lockout for that fast four, actually. So, Lee can. Charles get a good jump here. No, another good jump out of the 84. Roberson to get clear. It's going to be side by side once again. That 43. That going to be supposed to be the 54 of Sharp. They get single file. Gabe Ledger. Very quiet today, but up inside the top 5. The first non-Toyota of this group. Gabe Ledger. I'm pretty racy. Oh, big wreck. Caution will wave. I don't know how those guys kept it going. You look back at Charles. Something happened up here. Levin gets up into the wall. 43 just overdrives the corner. Kind of grabs everybody. The 43 is kind of the guy who takes the blunt of it. Of that hit. So I think that's Karma to come back. It kind of, you know, that was kind of Karma sorting things out, I think, right there. Looks like the 43 overdrove the corner a little bit. Did a 35. Oh, man, the 88 Thaddeus. Nowhere to go. Norberg will go from third all the way to the back here after that crash. Been pretty smooth sailing with this 84. Where Josh qualified on the pole is not giving it up. This lead. Since we dropped the green flag. Pace car has already pulled down pit road. Once again, Josh Grosso. Now it's going to be the 8. Ledger going to be on that top side. Once again, the 84. Great jump off of this restart. Able to keep that P2 position, but now side by side, further on back. Charles Roberson already back up to P3. Caution out once again. Like maybe the 19 involved in this one. Looks like the... Yeah, wow. This just got ran over. The shot in the back from the 9, and then 9 says, you know what, you're not going as fast as I need you to. Back into the 54 once again. Round goes that Alyssa. Looks like the 23 also involved. Jason Steptoe. Man. You know, I talked to Rhea earlier today. She said it's probably going to be a race of attrition. And you're starting to see why she said that. You know, North Wilkesboro is not the easiest track to race at. I'm not saying it's a hard track to run laps at, but to race at, two different things, right? Shane Johnson gets a lucky dog here. Put him back on the lead lap. I mean, you have to be patient with people when you're racing here at Wilkesboro. It's so easy to, you know, be a little bit impatient or to, you know, miss your marks. And when you miss your marks here, it's really hard to, like, give people room when you make that mistake, especially when you're back there in the pack. Like, if you're up here inside the top 10, maybe it's easier for some of these guys to cut you some slack. Like we saw Cody Meadows, for instance, had a couple of moments out of 2. Nobody was able to give him room to keep his car under control. But when you're, you know, 15th on back, it makes it a little bit more difficult for those guys to check up. His car back in. And it's going to be, once again, Josh Grosso in the zone and launches out of the box once again. 24. Tony Meadows. Huge wreck back here. If Cody could show us what happened. Oh, man. It looks like maybe Cody was... No, not quite. Looks like a little bit of netcode, baby. Trying to look at this 24. Yeah. I think it was netcode, but I think the 35 would have got him it regardless. Fortunately, nowhere to go for Cody Meadows. Tries to turn down the track. And, fortunately, there's a big pack of cars coming, so a lot of guys involved. Looks like Rhea Ferris gets into it. Cody Meadows, the 4. Larry of John Hopley. The 19 of the 54. My apologies, of Sharp. Back there getting spun out by someone. Just a big calamity here on lap number 52. Get Cody down pit side. Gonna get some damage fixed. You know, Cody and I talked quite a bit outside of iSNF. And he said maybe this 12 car is cursed. Obviously, for people that don't know, I raced this car for 3 seasons. Couldn't win in it. And Cody just had a not good season as he takes over the 12 Penske machine. So we'll have to see if he can recover. So once again, we had an 84 and an 8. Going back inside the restart zone, and we'll be green once again here. 6 to go here at stage 1. Good launch out of the 84 side by side for P2. Here comes Justin Johnson. Side by side for P2. Wrecking in the back. Will that be a caution? No caution yet. We're going to stay green. Side by side still for P2. The 22 going to try to put the power down. He's going to clear the 8. Justin Johnson up in the P2. I'll put back Ledger, the P3. Charles Robertson try to climb his way back through. Remember, it was the P2. Tried to take it out there. Already marched his way back up here inside the top 5. That 84 is slowly skirting away. Dos Grosso already a second over that 22. We'll take the white flag here. Stage 1. Dos Grosso leads every lap. He's going to win stage number 1 here. What a first stage for this 84 team. Gosh, it should be coming out. Here it is. Congratulations to Josh for winning stage 1. He comes back to the Cup Series. Or maybe a one-off or something. I'm not sure. See them coming down pit road. We're going to take a quick commercial break real quick as we end stage 1, and we'll be right back after a word from our partners.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to North Wilkesboro Speedway. We have just completed stage 1 here in the iSNF Cup Series. Josh Grosso takes stage 1. But we do have a little bit of pit strategy underway here. As the 66, Kyle Williams alongside others stayed out here. See the 88. Thaddeus, with all that damage, still decides that that car is going to drive good enough. Put himself up front here. Chris Van Maastricht. Break the Angelus up here inside the fast four now. We'll get ready to go green once again. Now it's going to be the 66 who leads us to the stripe. Whoa, is they're going to call off the restart here. Did we wreck on the restart here? Huh? Okay. I just assumed that maybe they didn't have someone lined up in the right spot. So they decided to delay the yellow here, but all stacked up again, 2 by 2. 66, 88, 01, 38, your fast four. We'll see Josh Grosso got Trusty back there, 5th and 6th. We'll hand the reins over to Kyle Williams. We get ready to get back into the restart zone. He'll lead us back to green. Go jump by the 66. Frank DeAngelis will clear for P2, it looks like. At 88, it's going to drive it in there on the top. Frank should clear here up into P2, and look at that. 3 wide back there inside the top 5. Justin Johnson battling that 84. Out it is for the P5 position. As these guys are out here on freshies. Ooh, Josh a little upset there. Kind of the first time Josh has had to deal with traffic like this. See if his car changes at all. Justin underneath the 84. Trying to make that spot work. No. Now Josh will be on the one on the attack. And I hope this 88 on the top. The 51 contact with the 88. 84 kind of gets put in the wall there. Here comes Justin Johnson now. Josh, middle 3. He's going to make that pass work somehow. Put himself back upside the top 3. There's Wrecked back there. Thaddeus. It's shunted back there. Frank DeAngelis will take your race lead away. Oh, contact the 66. Somehow, Kyle saves that car. That's going to be Frank DeAngelis trying to hold off this 84 with the fresh tires. Frank with the strategy call. Gonna stay out here. Caution's out. Like maybe the 54. Alyssa getting to it again. Another bumper put to the back of the 54. Listen, not having a good night. So just a reminder, we do get a caution here. Lap 120 will be when stage 2 ends. Take a little rundown of our top 10. Frank DeAngelis up here leading the race. Josh Grosso his way back up inside the top 2 after pitting. Justin Johnson back there at P3. Abe Ledger back there, the 8 machine. P4. P5 now for Kyle Williams. Thomas Flynn, P6. Scott Trusty, P7. Jeff Wyman, P8. Rhea Ferris, P9. Chuck Cobb, rookie. Back there in 10th. And he's the one who got into the back of the 54, so. Granted, up inside the top 10. I wanted to talk to, oh, there he is, Josh. I couldn't find him. I'm always so used to looking at, going and trying to find 2311 chat when it comes to that, the Josh and Angel. I didn't even think to look at the Legacy Moto Club chat, but maybe we can talk to him later this race. It's going to be Chevy, Toyota front row, the 01, the 40, the 84. In that front row, there's going to be 22 and the 8. Ford, Chevy will lock out that fast 4. We get ready to go green once again here. Frank DeAngelis in the restart zone. Josh going to try to use that top to pedal his way around this 01. They're going to try to work the bottom here. 84 with the run off the top, though. Not going to be able to get clear quite yet. There goes 84 around to retake the race lead. Frank will fall back to P2. Justin Johnson right on his tail back there at P3. Ooh, Frank really loose. Frank trying to hold on there on the top lane. Oh, slow car. That's a 16. Holy moly. This 22 looks pretty strong. If anybody's got anything for this 84, it might be this 22 of Justin Johnson. Frank holds on the P3 right now. Look further back here outside the top 10. 6 under pressure. Rhea Ferris trying to take that spot away. .35 of James Bulls. He's in the top lane. Getting around that 6. Gonna get around the 41. Trying to look to go after the 6. Kyle Williams has started to trickle his way back towards these guys. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the 66 and the 35. Comes the 41, Bob Wyckoff. Look at him drive through the field up inside the top 10. Bob up 25 spots from where he started. Look at him go. Really good run out of this 41 team. A little bit of battling here. Frank DeAngelis trying to hold on here. Here comes Thomas Flynn. Fresh tires on the 24. Trying to negotiate his way around this 01 machine. No, Frank is not going to give it up. Oh, Thomas. It's a huge bubble right there. Looks like everybody's having a little bit of help, having some struggles with just overall grip on the exit here. That's where it seems these cautions are coming out. It's either someone's getting ran over on entry or someone's getting loose on the exit. So Birdie's starting to get single fouled out. Grosso continues to build this lead here on Justin Johnson. Justin just had to negotiate around some lap traffic there. The 20 kind of sitting in the way there of Shane Johnson. Justin back there in the second spot for Angelis. Starting to get some pressure again. Here comes Ledger. Here comes Roberson. Starting to reel in this 01. Frank, he's trying to run kind of in this middle line, right? Well, we got on board with Frank real quick. Trying to be a little bit defensive. He knows he's got not the best tires. He's just kind of running this middle. Trying to make this car as wide as he can. Look at him. He's not pushing this car really. You can just hear it in the way that RPMs are rev up. He's not trying to push it on exit. He's just trying to keep the car going, right? Trying to maybe save a little bit of tire. Easy in, easy out. That's what he will be a little bit of a buffer for Frank. Justin Johnson approaching some lap traffic to 6. 21 ahead. I think everybody started to calm down here. Everybody's kind of found where they need to run. And this Cadet just kind of running there. Looks like, oh, maybe, it looks like Frank maybe put the bumper to the 6 there. Nobody's got a Cadet. And I'm glad to see this, right? Getting a little bit of a longer run here. Josh Grosso is catching lap traffic as well. Everybody's being pretty cordial to let this 84 by. There he comes to put another lap down on that 80, oh, that 38 machine. Oh, wow, Cody Meadows around there. Somehow that is not a caution. The night just gets worse and worse for that 12 team. Kyle Williams just trying to hold on here. He was up inside the top 5. He just got lapped. I don't know what happened to that 66. Just the headlight completely went away from that machine. I think DeAngelis got around 22. Caution waves. Get to 22, baby. Bob Wyckoff gets up inside the 23. Emotionally grabs the 3 of Will Austin. Caution will wave. Once again. That was kind of the break that some of these drivers need. I think that was not what Frank wanted, though. See him, he'll come down pit road. I think he wanted that to stay green until we got to the stage there, but he was on the older tires. And I mean, he repassed the 22 for P2. I think he was content, kind of running in second. Trying to hold on here, but you'll see the 01 come down pit road. Bagging a couple of these probably damaged cars down pit road with him. He'll give up all of that track position. Like he'll fall back to around 14th place. Will that be some new life into this 22? See how the tires are for this 22. Gives another opportunity for Justin to try to take a look at the lead here. Needs a good jump here on this restart, though. Going back into the restart zone, it's going to be Josh Grosso. Once again, Justin Johnson on the top. Exactly what Justin needed here. Going to run into 1 and 2. Going to be on his outside here. Josh still going to be able to clear. Oh, Justin super loose. Maybe help from the 11. I was going to try to pedal it around the top here. He'll clear. Put Charles back up here to the P2 position. Everybody's starting to get single fouled once again. Only 15 cars on the lead lap, so we're just over halfway done. 10 laps to go with stage 2. Closest battle on track right now is for this P2 position. Frank DeAngelis on those fresh tires. Trying to drive through the field here. I'm Frank, I'm not pushing too hard right now. For that reason right there. Caution will wave. Looks like the 54 once again involved. Unless they just lose out at turn 4. Lose on their own. Gonna tag the 20, the 42, and the 20. Alyssa's day just continues the spiral downwards. Alyssa already a couple laps down. We'll go back live here. I say I'd be interested to see who splits the stage here. Josh will come down pit road. Like the 22 will also come down pit road. We got some takers down pit side here. And once again, you know, for someone who kind of is on an off strategy, this is all what Frank wanted to see. He wanted it to go to the end, and everybody would come down pit road all at once, and he'd get the race lead. We'll give us a good track position for this restart, but honestly, if you could hold on here, do not push those tires. Got to save those babies for this last half of the race, basically. The last, basically, 75 laps of the race. You're going to need to save those, so. It's a good call what he's doing right now, because he should get the lead when we end the stage here. I don't imagine these four in front staying out after stage 2 is complete. But Charles took the lead. Charles decided to pick the top here. So it'll be the 11 and the 24, the 8 and the 60. Jeff Weimer in the fast four for the first time. And Roberson, Josh will come back out. And due to that, we're going to have a one-lap dash. Roberson again into the restart zone. We'll take the white flag here at stage 1, at stage 2. Charles driving away. He's going to actually knock down the wall. With the strategy call, Roberson will win stage 2. Caution should wave here. And we didn't get to talk to you, stage 1 winner here under caution. So we're going to go ahead and talk to Josh. It looks like essentially favorite to win here tonight from Wilkesboro. Hey Josh, it's Christian up here in the HVTV booth. You got a copy? Well, obviously, winner of stage 1 and has looked. I mean, you've been very strong all race tonight. Obviously, it looks like you did a little bit of a off strategy to kind of what it looked like was to get the lead here to start stage 3 here. But we've looked quick all race long. Walk us through kind of the chaos that's ensued throughout the race tonight.
Luckily, I managed to start from pole and I've led quite a few laps, so I managed to keep myself out of the chaos. But it's mostly just taking it easy, doing clean, consistent laps, and making sure you don't get caught up in anything you don't need to.
Obviously, I mean, it's Wilkesboro, for a lot of people who have raced here, a lot of people, including myself who've raced here, it's kind of a battle of the fittest here sometimes. But, being up here in the front definitely doesn't help. Taking a look at the rest of the race here, you'll be Going green with about 75 laps to go here. Obviously, you have Frank in front of you with slightly older tires. How's the tire wear been, comparatively towards, some of the when we've come here in the past with the new update?
Honestly, the tire wear hasn't been that bad. It hasn't been getting it like loose or tight. It's mostly just been losing grip, but so far it's not been too bad.
Well, it looks like we're getting ready to go on the green here. So I'm going to go let you get ready to go for this restart. You start on the front row, but once again, congratulations on that first stage win, and good luck at the rest of the way.
Thanks, man.
We'll drag him back. We appreciate Josh talking to us here at the booth. He'll be on the inside of Frank DeAngelis. Frank picks the top here. See what he can do here is he'll get ready to go inside of the restart zone. As they'll call it off again. They've been delaying the caution every time. I don't know, maybe it's because people aren't catching up or what. Here we go. We'll stock him up one more time. Once again, Frank DeAngelis on the top. Will lead us back to green. So Frank spins the tires. That'll cause a chain reaction behind caution will wave. Saw this one happen live here. I think on board with Frank here. Maybe he was starting in first, maybe? Third. Oh, there it is. I didn't in third. Said, oh man, I'm in third. Tried to shift down in the second. Spun the tires. A lot of people are going to get involved in this one. Right on board with the 11 here. Nothing that he could really do. That was a climactic way to start stage 3, I guess. God trust he gets through that wreck. He's gonna be all the way up here in the P2 position. I wreck we're racing forward. Well, technically it's a Chevy, but in a Ford paint. Obviously, we all know it's been announced that Rick Ware switched over to Chevy. But obviously they've been a Ford team since the next gen has come out, and they really don't have any paints for the Rick Ware cars right now, as the NASCAR season hasn't officially kicked off yet. As the Clash will be, I believe, this week and not next week, so we'll go back to some short track racing here. With all that said and done, Josh Grosso handed the lead on a silver platter here. He'll take us back to green once again. We saw 131 of 200. Got some new front runners. Names Bulls up here at the P2. We see the 51 a little loose here. Gabe Ledger's going to look underneath. Oh, the 51 to the back of the 8. To slide up the track there. It's going to allow the 24 to look underneath. Oh, the 51 loose. Caution will wave. Like Joey Maines maybe getting into it with the 41 here. Ah, man. Bob just got loose out of the corner. Nowhere to go for the 48. The LA machine is taking a beating this week. Fortunate, it's a really nice looking car. Unfortunately, we're not in a beauty contest. We're here in North Wilkesboro, so look further on back. I think DeAngelis, even though with all that damage, still inside the top 10 somehow. Like we got some Cody Meadows fans in chat. Do an update on the 12. Like he's out. He looks like he's out. Looks like he got out of the car, unfortunately, chat. The lights on the pace car should go off this time. And look at this. I mean, look at this top 10. Like, I mean, comparable to like what you'd see in real life, it's amazing to see. Look at the 66 inside the top 10, the 51 inside the top 10, right? Honestly, seeing the 8 inside the top 10 here at a short track, pretty cool to see. Obviously, the 84 leading the race. Topsy-turvy race we've had tonight here at North Wilkesboro. But once again, Josh Grosso leads us back to green. Gabe Ledger, good jump. He'll claim that P2 spot, and it's going to be a battle for P3. 24 and the 51 going at it. The 4 will clear. He's going to try to drag along his Hendrick teammate in the 9s, Chris Otto. Going to squeeze his way up to the top side. Going to try to pitch down this 51 machine. Ooh, Otto a little tight out of the exit there. They still stay side by side with this 51 though. And Otto move himself up into the top 4. Further on back, we see Justin Johnson making a pass on the 21. Steve Justin and drive his way back through the field. He's kind of committed to this top lane right now. He's in the top, getting a good run off the corner. This is the bottom end to try to make the pass here. Side by side with Kyle Williams. Williams will fall back to P8. Justin Johnson is driving through the field right now. Oh, a little contact in front of them. Oh, the 60 is going to go around. Joshua will wave. I think we have two separate wrecks. Maybe not. Arca braking. Right on board with the one here. You see the wreck right up ahead here. I really don't know what to say. Not much to say. I mean, I understand that. If you look at it maybe from this on board, it's hard to see maybe that 51 up there. But you see a wreck. You have to brake. You have to brake. I don't think you braked once, so. That killed not only his own race, but I'm pretty sure that probably ended Scott Trusty's race. I will go back to that caution real quick. And right on board with this 22. Yeah, I mean, 22, nowhere really to go. 51 gets up into the 60, and they both are spinning out, and they're basically stopped on the track. Nothing really I say Justin did wrong. Nowhere to go. The 50 gets up into the 60, and they're both wrecking here out of the corner. Fortunately, they're blocking the track. There's nothing I really Justin can do. I don't really think it's realistic to ask him to check up in time for something like this. Fortunately, gets into the back of the 60. 60 will get into the side of the 51. I mean, it just looked like two cars racing for position, making contact, and then just kind of almost wrecking each other out. And unfortunately, the 22 had nowhere to go. So, but we're back green. Josh Grosso continues to lead. Native Ledger back there at P2. Thomas Flynn has worked his way back upside the top 3. Oh, look at this. Weimer and Johnson side by side here. Johnson will make the 2-for-1 pass here. Makes that exit a little bit wide, though. Still somehow clear. Wow, what a move. If this 22 can catch back up, he's got a little bit of, time to make up here, so. And back here at this gaggle of cars, fake the edge. Let's try to get around to 66. We're super tight out of the quarter. You still see the damage of that 01 as. Hill's definitely not driving right. To be fair, I think a lot of these cars have damage, so. I just found a line up there, just ripping the wall. Should get clear of the 66 here. He will. I think he, regardless, I think he's going to stake up here. Got to run this higher lane. He's going to usher the 48 through as well with him. Joey Maines. And we. Bit of a battle up here. Justin Johnson getting tracked down by the 60. Jeff Weimer. 3 wide here. They try to negotiate around the lap car. Eugene Thorne trying to give them as much space as he can. And at 22, takes the P5 spot, keeps it at least. Battles further on back. Charles Roberson trying to drive his way through the field. I know he's got a quick car underneath him. Ooh, top of 3 for the 11. How did they not wreck there? You can see all these cars all tore up, a lot of damage. These cars just are not driving right. Just from all the wrecks. Further on back, Rhea Ferris underneath the 38. Rhea trying to get into that top 10 position if she can. I'm going to kind of use up the 38 a little bit there. Make the pass. Wahoo up to 11th. Go try to run down that 66 machine. Got a little bit of ways to go, though. He's almost 2 seconds, 3 seconds up the road to that 21. She's slowly reeling in that 66, so we'll have to keep an eye on that battle. Like further on back. Here comes the leaders, actually. Josh driving up through the field here. Just put everybody but the top, what it looks like, the top 12. The only people who are still on the lead lap, and here comes this 84. Looking underneath his teammate here into 43. And the thing that I think is giving this 84 the edge is that he just doesn't have any damage. A lot of these guys who had a shot at it has gotten caught up in some type of mess. And probably their car isn't handling the best anymore because they've got damage. They've got something going on with them. Look at this. Look at this car that the 84 has right now. Clean as a whistle. Done a great job keeping his car clean. Keep it staying out of the wrecks. Really, he's been ahead in front of the wrecks the whole time. And look at him managing this lap traffic. Not having to put the bumper to anybody. putting himself in positions to get around them cleanly, right? This is exactly what you want to do if you're the leader, right? Keep the car clean, get through the lap traffic in a timely fashion, and not rough anybody up to potentially put a target on your back. And he's got almost a second and a half back to the 8 of Ledger here. He's doing a good job back there in the P2 spot, but Josh is just navigating this lap traffic a little bit better than he is. I think this is Josh's strong suit. It's always been lap traffic and putting himself in the best position always, right? Even back when he was racing at 23, he was always good at like making time up when it came to like passing cars versus some of the other people in the field. And this is exactly what he's doing right now. He's lapped all the way up inside the top 10 now. Frank DeAngelis, the next car in line, but he's a little bit up the road here. Let's go through your field real quick with 25 to go. Yeah, Frank DeAngelis up here in 9th. Roberson, I thought maybe he was one of the cars who could go up there and race with that 84, but unfortunately, too much damage to that 11 machine to make that car competitive. James Bowles at the 35 up the road here. Good run for this 35 team. Jeff Weimer, P6. Justin Johnson up here in the top 5. Chris Otto, really strong run out of this 9 team in 4th. Right in front of him is Thomas Flynn, Gabe Ledger, and the man of the day probably here, Josh Grosso, the Minnesota native. So man, it says season 6 champ on his banner. It does not seem that long ago that Josh won that championship, but we're already 5 seasons down the road. And Josh has took that championship away. A 20 to go here for this 84. Just needs to continue to negotiate around this lap traffic. You see the 19 of Urias right there to give him the spot. There he goes to put Frank DeAngelis a lap down. I think Frank's just trying to hold on here, honestly. Oh, there's Bob Wyckoff knocking the wall down. Not really any battles on track right now for position. Closest battle is for really P5. Jeff Weimer within half a second of Justin Johnson, but besides that, not really anything going on. Everybody just kind of running their own race here with 17 to go. Josh is just hoping that it stays green here. He's got almost a 2.5 second gap back to the P2 driver of Gabe Ledger. And what a way to come out here. And I assume that Josh is here running part-time, maybe as a field driver. What a way to come out here in your debut here in season 11. Speaking of debuts, I think everybody expects a little bit better out of Angel, but just not the race he wanted here. Back here, 23rd, not anywhere in contention for anything really. I mean, he just has gotten caught up in really everything tonight. See him coming out of pit road here, probably just on some heat laps, some hot laps here. With 13 to go. Look at that, 3-time Cup champion. I mean, Angel's done basically everything here. He's done it all here in the iSNF Cup Series. So cool to see him back on the track. Fortunately, not the race he wanted tonight. Jesus, the laps counting down here. 11 to go now. Coming out of turn 4. Now 10 to go here for Josh Grosso. About 2 minutes away from dominating this race. The 8 to go here for the 5th 84. Josh just put on a clinic tonight. No, I think Wilkesboro's been one of his better tracks in recent memory. There's slow cars right here. That's Weimer in the 60. Josh got to be careful here. 5 to go. Take a little screenshot. All 3 Legacy Motor Club cars right there in a row. Obviously not the night for the one in the front and the one in the back. But the part-time car, the Jimmy Johnson car. Out of any of them, you'd expect maybe the 42 or the 43 to be competitive, but Josh is on a phenomenal job tonight with this opportunity here to get in the 84, and there's a reason why he came here and raced at North Wilkesboro. He's been so good here since I've raced with him, at least in my past. He's been so good here, and just like that, you need to come around and take the white flag. Josh Grosso. 4 more corners. Just like that. Go ahead and give it to him, man. What a performance. Josh Grosso wins race 3 here at North Wilkesboro. What a performance, man. Can't really ask for anything better out of a driver. He showed all night that he was the car to beat. Oh, man. He's getting wrecked doing his burnouts, but and that broke his toe leak. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's see your top 20 there on the left side of your screen here, but we'll take that off. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll get ready to talk to your top three finishers tonight from race 3 here at North Wilkesboro. Once again, congratulations to Josh Grosho on an absolutely dominating performance here, week 3. Welcome back to the post-race show here for week 3 of the iSNF Cup Series here from North Wilkesboro. As you see the race info here on your screen here. Week 3 here from North Wilkesboro. Let's go ahead and talk to the man of the hour here. Dominated this race tonight. Go ahead and talk to Josh Grosso. We talked to him earlier this broadcast when he won stage 1. Let's go ahead and talk to him again. Go ahead and talk to your race winner, Joshua Grosso, the number 84 car. Hey Josh, it's Christian up here in HV3 booth. Once again, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, once again, congratulations on really a dominating performance here in this Legacy Motor Club machine. But I don't really know what else to say. But obviously, a dominating performance. Walk us through, what really gave you that edge tonight versus the rest of the competition.
I noticed a lot of people are running like a middle to high line, but I just stuck on the bottom and ended up working out for me. So I think it might help me save my tires a little bit better too.
Obviously, I feel like, you put it out there. When we got that long run, that's when we really saw you start to break away. When we kept getting those 15, 20 lap runs and a caution, we would see, the second place stay within kind of around a second, give or take. But after we got those long green flag runs, we saw you start to pull away. Obviously, you finished almost 4.5 seconds ahead of P2 there in the 8 car of Gabe Ledger. But, obviously, we have to kind of address the elephant in the room, not being full time this season here in season 11, coming in here part time. What does it feel like to just, obviously you're coming here and stepping in, do these couple of races? What does it feel, coming here and your first start of the season to come out here and dominate this way?
Definitely feels pretty good. Kind of have the pressure off. Didn't spend any money on this season, so just here to have fun, race, do my best, and just get a win.
Obviously, you did a good job. Getting the win part at least. Hopefully, I mean, obviously, leading a lot of laps. It's got to be pretty awesome doing that as well. But once again, congratulations here on your race win tonight. Before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank here for your win here at North Wilkesboro?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Angel. I know he didn't have the race he wanted today. He got wrecked pretty early on, but he stuck with it. Got his damages fixed as he could and kept going around there.
Well, obviously, once again, a dominating performance for you out of that 84 camp. Once again, Josh, congratulations on the win tonight, and hopefully we can talk to you whenever you decide to show back up here tonight for season 11.
Thank you, sir.
Now it's your winner, Josh Grosho, and the number 84 machine. Let's go ahead and pull up your B2 finisher tonight. Excuse me. Go ahead and talk to Gabe Ledger, number 8 machine. Hey, Gabe, is Christian up here in the HVTV booth? You got a copy? Drag him in once. Hey, Gabe, is Christian up here in the HVTV booth? You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, obviously, a good performance out of you tonight. Up 12 positions from where you started there back in the P14 position. But coming home P2 here at North Wilkesboro. Walk us through your race and really walk us what got you up here inside this podium.
Yeah, I pretty much knew it was probably going to be a wreck fest, so I just got lucky. Was able to stay up front. That was my main goal, was to stay up front and just not getting any wrecks or anything.
Obviously, we saw a lot of cautions tonight. Obviously, it's North Wilkesboro. It's short track racing here on the simulator. Kind of a given here that we're gonna, have quite a few cautions here. But looking at the race winner tonight, Josh, I mean, he obviously looked really quick. Is there anything you could have potentially done different to maybe get back to him? Maybe managing lap traffic a little bit better, or was he just really that lights out tonight?
Uh, yeah, I was staying with him really, really good until we got into lap traffic, and I stayed right with him, and then we came up on one group, and someone from that group got low and let him by, and then by the time I got there, they were too wide, and it took me quite a while to get around him compared to him, and he just drove off after that.
Yeah, I mean, Josh really dominating tonight, but obviously rookie here in the iSNF Cup Series. So obviously, um, not the best couple of few races, but tonight coming here P2, what does that mean? Looking further into the regular season, potentially into the playoffs.
Yeah, I needed a good points day. I tried. My internet was messed up at Daytona, and I did like didn't even make it to stage one, and then last weekend wasn't great, wasn't horrible, so needed a good points day. So hopefully can move me up the standings a little bit and keep moving up.
Obviously, P2 is definitely going to help you do that. And yeah, once again, congratulations on this P2 finish. It looks like you're going to be your second top five here in your Cup Series career here. But before we let you go, is there anybody you want to thank here for this podium spot tonight at North Wilkesboro?
Uh, yeah, I'll shout out my teammate Will Austin. We race a lot together, and we obviously go over how to run the track and everything like that, and works out good for both of us. So, and he won last week, so.
Obviously, RCR camp starting to get on a roll here. But once again, congratulations on this P2 finish. Hopefully, we can talk to you sooner or later down the road.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That was Gabe Ledger, the number 8 machine, number finishing P2 tonight. So good run for him. And we'll go ahead and talk to your third place finisher, Thomas Flynn, at the 24, that Hendrick Motorsports machine. Go ahead and talk to him. Hey, Thomas, it's Christian up here in the HVTV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, P3 tonight for you in that 24 team. Looks pretty racy throughout the whole race tonight, but fortunately got caught up in a couple incidences and lucky enough you got to drive your way up to the field here to P3. But just walk us through your race, walk us through what got you up here into a podium spot.
Yeah, it was a pretty stressful race. There's cars flying everywhere. Just had to stay out of the chaos, but we got lucky and missed some stuff and managed to get up here to P3. So pretty happy about the finish.
Obviously, coming into North Wilkesboro, we all expected kind of a little bit of a chaotic race to say the least. I mean, it's short track racing here on the sim. It's nothing that we don't expect. What is kind of the mindset like as a driver? Obviously, I know I've raced here the last, I think, 7 seasons here, but as a driver coming into, a short track, at least for you, what's the mindset coming in to a track like this where there's going to be a lot of chaos? What's kind of the game plan?
Kind of want to be smooth. There's going to be some cars flying across your nose and whatnot, so just trying to stay out of that mix is usually good. Um, Taking care of your stuff and all that. So did the best we could and happy with P3. So looking forward to next week.
Obviously kept the car on the track. That's uh, a big thing to do here, is just surviving to the end here, and did a good job at doing that. But so congratulations on that and that finish. But before we let you go, is there anybody you want to thank tonight for this P3 finish? Any friends, family, sponsors, anybody you'd like to thank for your finish tonight here at North Wilkesboro?
Yeah, my Hendrick team, Chris, was running up there behind me for a while. It was good to get 2 cars in the top 5. Um, and then Joey and Steven. It's always fun racing with these guys. Appreciate them letting me hop in this team. But that's about all I got.
Yeah, could do without the team. It's obviously the Hendrick Camp, very strong team here in the Cup Series here. But once again, congratulations on this P3 finish. Hopefully, we can talk to you down the road here. More good finishes.
Appreciate it.
Now your P3 finisher, Thomas Flynn, in the number 24, going to run by that 24 team. Obviously, he's doing pretty well in the points here. I think he's P3 in the points, and he even missed the race. So a good, strong start of the season for that 24 team. Hopefully, you can keep that going. But before we let you go, everybody go, we'll go ahead and take a look at your unofficial race results here, presented by HVTV. Get ready to pull those up. Obviously, we talked to your top 3 here, but Josh Grosso takes his first win of the season here in a little part-time run here. But we'll take race 3 here from North Wilkesboro. Gabe Ledger, we talked to him as well, coming home P2, and Thomas Flynn will take home the podium. Chris Otto, Justin Johnson will round out your top 5. James Bowles back there in P6. Charles Roberson, P7. Jeff Weber, P8. Frank DeAngelis and Rhea Ferris will round out your top 10. Mark Roberg, P11. Thaddeus Friel, P12. Chris Van Maastricht, P13. Will Austin, P14. Round out your top 15 will be Kyle Williams in that 66 car. Larry Fairman, Eugene Thorne, and Bob Wyckoff at top 18. See Joey Maines back there in P19, running out your top 20. Steven Sear, five laps down. Shane Johnson in 21st, alongside Eric Jorgensen in the 16. Angel Hernandez, not the race he wanted, back there in P23. Emily Urace in the 19, going to be P24. And coming home P25, Blake Hollett in that 45 machine. Alyssa Sharp back there in P26. Scott Trusty, Jason Steptoe, Mike Iskandar, Chuck Cobb, Cody Beddoes. The bad luck continues here in season 11. Christopher Walker back there, the 67 machine. Jimmy Johnson, Brad Chidwell, non-Blazer, P35. And that will round out finals results for tonight's race. But what a race. Honestly, for how many cautions we had, we still had a good long green flag run there at the end. We really did have 2 long green flag runs, so I'm very surprised, and I'm very happy to see that. But yeah, I definitely had a fun time calling the race. I hope you guys had at least a semi-decent time watching at home. I appreciate everybody coming out and watching the broadcast. I appreciate everybody in chat cheering on their favorite driver. It really does help engage with YouTube and help promote the broadcast. But if you haven't, please hit a thumbs up on the broadcast. Please like and subscribe on the High Velocity TV side. You want, like I said, we're young and growing broadcast network that just trying to get our foot in the door to try to make ourselves a legitimate thing here in the sim racing industry. But if you are watching over on twitch.tv, if you don't mind dropping us a follow over there, twitch.tv/ChristianBoss13. That's where we also broadcast the races over there. Once again, my name is Christian Delgado, your lead producer, commentator for tonight's race here for week 3 at North Wilkesboro for the iSNF Cup Series. Once again, congratulations to Josh Grosso on his win tonight. We'll be back here next week for week 4 here at the iSNF Cup Series. For some more racing action, if you guys are looking for some more commentary or some more broadcasts, we will be back on live Thursday for week 2 of the Prestige Cup Series as they start to kick off their season. Actually, it's going to be week 1, and it will be the Daytona 250 for the Prestige Cup Series there at Daytona International Raceway, the World Center of Racing. So I'll be on Thursdays, but if you guys are looking for some more iSNF content, we'll be back live next week here for week 4 of the iSNF Cup Series. But once again, hope everybody has a great rest of their Saturday night. Enjoy the NFC and AFC Championship. I know a lot of people are looking forward to watching those games, but again, I appreciate everybody coming out, watching the broadcast, and we will see you guys soon. Everybody has a great rest of the night. Dude.